Hey everybody, thank you for joining me for Tuesday Talks with Michelle Jewsbury. I'm Michelle Jewsbury, and Tuesday Talks is about speaking up about domestic violence, and I cover a wide variety of different topics. Um, Excuse my absence from last week. I hope everybody in the United States had a good 4th of July. I spent it on a boat, so that was kind of fun. I was in the marina watching fireworks. Today's topic, I would like to cover the many faces of domestic violence. So if this is your first time joining me, I was in a 3-year domestic violence relationship with 1 year after that being financially and emotionally abusive. I grew up in a household where my mommy and daddy stayed together. They didn't fight. I didn't witness my father hitting my mother or screaming matches where I was used to being in a situation where there was violence between people who love each other. I ended up getting trapped in the cycle of domestic violence because I thought I fell in love. And love and fear are very, very similar when in the feelings that you feel. I was fearful for my life. I was fearful for him. I felt that I loved him with my heart and soul. During my relationship with, I'm going to call my abuser Paul, during my relationship with Paul, nobody knew what was going on. I kept my mouth shut. I didn't want anybody to see what was going on. I, in a sense, was pretending that it wasn't happening. I wasn't fully aware and open to, oh wow, Michelle, you're being abused right now. Being shoved and strangled and hit in the face and screamed at is not normal. And I didn't really fully understand that while I was involved in the cycle. And what I want to talk about today is there are so many people who are involved in domestic violence relationships. In the United States, the statistics say that 1 in 4 women and 1 in 11 men will experience domestic violence in their lifetime. I worked on Skid Row for about 6 months at a wonderful organization, the Downtown Women's Center. I was volunteering there for 6 months, a couple times a week. And one statistic that was startling to me is at least 30% of the women at the Downtown Women's Center on Skid Row are there because of domestic violence. Now, what I want everybody to open up and realize is, say you go to a store and your clerk is not very nice. There could be a lot of reasons for that, and one of those reasons could be that he or she is experiencing domestic violence. They don't know how to get out. They don't know how to approach the subject. So I want everybody to keep their eyes and ears open. Your mail lady, your bartender, your sales clerk, your massage therapist could all be experiencing domestic violence, and you don't know. There were signs that I had that one girl, I'm not going to say her name, let's call her Stephanie, that this one girl noticed. So my former abuser, Paul, owned a very large business, and one of his employees was Stephanie. I remember going into his place of employment, and Stephanie was in her car. They were going someplace, I don't remember where, and I was wearing sunglasses because I was hiding a black eye, and a hat because I was going to go hiking. If you've listened to any of my other talks, I went hiking a lot to yell and scream at God, to try to understand what was going on. So that's where I was headed. And she looked at me and she said, "Why do I always see you with bruises on your face and body?" And I just kind of brushed it off, and I laughed. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. You know, I fall a lot. You know, I go hiking a lot and I fall. But she was right. I was bruised because I was being beaten and emotionally and physically assaulted. So I want everybody to really keep their eyes and ears open. And if you see something that looks not right, say something to her or him. Talk to them a little bit. Ask them how their relationship's going. Ask them some positive qualities about it. And if their answer is not all that positive, then maybe inquire a little more. But just keep your eyes and ears open. All right, well, that's it for today, for Tuesday Talks, and join me next week. Thank you very much.